Hi folks. I want to talk a little bit today about strongholds. We hear about strongholds in teachings in the Bible. Paul talks about tearing down strongholds. And what I've come to learn is that a stronghold is a paradigm of thinking, a pattern of thinking. When we come up against a challenge in our life, something that's not working out for us, what we generally need to do is change our thinking on that thing, whatever it is that's causing us stress or disorder or chaos in our lives. That can be really difficult because of the deep-seated thinking that we have about certain things. For me, I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I had to change my thinking about alcohol. In this culture, we have happy hour and we drink at football games and we have a glass of wine after dinner, and it is part of our culture. It's knitted into our culture. So before I could really get a handle on committing to abstinence, I had to change my thinking about alcohol. For me, everything I had been taught was you need to have a few beers after work, you need to have a few beers on the weekend to unwind. I was filled up with all that thinking, and to me that was truth. That was absolute truth, that I needed to have a few beers in order to have a good time. So it took a long time for me to realize that that was pretty much a lie for me, was false thinking. It was knitted so deeply into my life that when I finally did commit to giving up alcohol, I had to, drive different routes so that I could avoid the bar. And I mean, the temptation was really strong. So when we're tearing down strongholds, when we're overcoming error-based thinking, we really, really need to redirect our entire lifestyle. And sometimes that means letting folks go, letting substances go. There's a lot that we have, lifestyle changes. It's not a quick prayer and there you go. Most of the things that we do are based on our thought patterns. The destructive things that we do are rooted in error-based thinking. And if you really think about it, if you really, really think about it and ask yourself, do I really need, for me, I had to ask myself, do I really need a few beers to have a good time? Do I need it? Can I have a good time without it? And so it was that great experiment that I did when I realized not only can I have a good time without it, I have a better time without it, because I remember I don't do shameful behaviors and wake up with a terrible hangover and regret the next day, and I don't damage other people. So actually my life is better without it. So it was quite a challenge to tear down that stronghold, that error-based thinking. And I want to encourage everyone today to think about what issue is really keeping you back, and look at that issue and ask yourself what your thinking has been about that issue and how can you think differently about that issue. Try to find the truth in that issue, because 9 times out of 10 it's veiled in cultural lies, like you have to have a few beers to have a good time. You don't. Especially if you're an alcoholic and beer has, or alcohol has, an effect on you that damages your life and your relationships. So think about how your thinking gets you in trouble. Think about all the things you've been taught and all the things you've seen in culture. And if it lines up with how you really want to live. And after you have made that decision, give yourself permission to live a healthy, happy, fulfilled lifestyle. It's allowed. It's not hard. Really, the first thing you have to do is change your thinking. Thanks.